back, adventurers. My name is Eli, the Game Master, and this is A Good Day to Die. Last we left off, the group had started to manifest from the dream world into the bungalow of perpetual indulgence there, brought there by Baku, the Baku. In the last episode, we saw Perry do battle with the nightmare dragon himself, Sadrak, during which, he met his mother, learned that he was fused with the final binding key, learned where the other two keys were located, learned that his father was trapped in the dream plane, a bodiless, confused soul sucked into the miasma of the ethereal cloud. And after escaping that with Baku, the group was then reunited with Damon. However, Damon had been overcome by the black blood, a kind of metamorphosis into a terrifying black blood butterfly. Nailed it. After which they did battle with their vindictive bastard companion, and upon defeating him, he dropped to the ground and began to spew words and nonsense. To babble of a world unseen before by human eyes. And we will go ahead and pick it up there. After this had all happened and you had defeated Damon, who had transformed into this monstrous creature, he spewed forth all this information, kind of grasping and wrestling with his own mind and thoughts before collapsing to the ground completely motionless. And it's almost imperceivable how the world around you fades, and you find yourself once again in the bungalow of perpetual indulgence.
Otherwise known as Vegas.
I will deactivate enlarge.
Baku kind of floats over to Damon's unconscious body. Hello, I'm Baku.
Unconscious?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
How are you?
Doc. Doc, can you do anything about Damon?
Am I still confused?
No. All previous effects have been worn off with the exception of damage.
Probably.
I am confused. Alamon goes, what just happened? And why couldn't I do anything about it?
Oh, could you not see what happened?
No. Where did you go?
The Dark Tapestry.
Indeed, actually. He's right.
I point to our Tengu friend, Harris.
It's true. Great. Why?
Well,
That's where he was.
Is he evil? Is he dead?
you know...
Baku.
He'll check.
You may.
Yes, please.
As I get
Prepare for tonight.
I too am curious.
Am I dead?
I'm only semi in control of my character at the moment.
He's an ape.
I'm glad I heard Simeon and I was like,
You said Simeon. You didn't just hear it.
oh, it's not bad. He'll check of a 34?
Wow. He is straight up unconscious. His hit points are at 0, and he has done a strenuous activity which has rendered him unconscious but stable. Most of his injuries you determined were not by you guys. As a matter of fact, none of his bodily injuries were done by you. It seems that all of your attacks had been absorbed by whatever that was possessing him.
So I do a quick, I still have points in my front end, so I just touch it, the infernal fire, the outside spoons, you heal 5. Great. Just,
Are you there? Is that you?
Baku reaches out. You see his eyes glow. These kind of like ethereal wisps begin to roll out from it. He touches you, and you feel all of those memories, everything that was bogging you down and poisoning your mind, begins to kind of fade away, almost evaporate in its entirety, until it's nothing but like a distant thought and uncomfortable memory. When you try to reflect on it, you feel very good. But you yourself, emotionally, mentally, feel different. You feel changed. Everything that you've experienced has affected you, even though the madness of it seems to be taken from you. Baku lays his claws on your shoulder and he's looking at you with those blue eyes. You feel all of this happening, and this makes you uncomfortable all the time. As he's just standing there, you are able to speak, to move and act normally, but Baku he's just got you. You've also never seen this before.
This is not painful, and it actually is helping. But what the hell is that?
That's Baku the boss.
Alamon goes, "It's a demon from your nightmares!" Ah! No, I'm just kidding.
Where are we?
He's the friend that when you start freaking out from too many drugs, just like accidental.
Where are we?
We're in the bungalow of perpetual indulgence, my friend. What happened to you?
I can't remember, but whatever it was. Last thing I remember was Alemon sending us somewhere. And the next thing I know, the manatee is bathing me in good vibes. It's the only way I know how to describe it.
Faith is all in good vibes.
What happened?
If you kind of reflect on what he said about, you remember what you spewed, go ahead and roll me that newfound knowledge check that you have.
What? It would just be pure.
It's either a 1 or a 20.
Right.
Roll the
26. Or 27.
You rolled a 27.
No, I didn't. 27. Well, yes, 27.
What about what you said you tried to...
His question was, what happened? And for me, it's recalling where I went after Alemon sent us out.
So, your first knee-jerk reaction is to say, I don't know. Because it feels like it's been sponged from your brain. But when you open your mouth, it's then you're like, you remember me. You were in the dark tapestry. More so than that, what am I meant to plug for Lord? Yes. You were in the Black Lake in the sunken city of Arcos. Caucasian. That baby is from the mountain of Caucasus.
Right alongside Lake Titicaca.
The city is located in a different place than the Black Lake. You know that, but without another roll, you don't know where they're both located or why they're different. But that city is in the Dark Path. You remember all that. That is where you were. But without another knowledge roll, you can't tell.
That's what I encountered there. I just know where I was.
Yeah, so when you were like, where was I? Boom, and you remember.
I scramble to my feet, pulling away from the locker. And I go over to Alemon's there, right? Okay. I go over to Alemon, grab him by the shoulders. What happened? What happened?
I don't know.
You sent me to the Dark Tapestry.
I know, isn't that scary? I didn't know I could do that. What do you mean I sent you to the Dark Tapestry?
You sent me. I went. I saw it. I saw the lake. I saw Carcosa.
Tell me that knowledge. With a 29, You do remember the king in yellow. You remember the robes. You remember them shifting. You remember the tentacle like and it's in that moment that you begin to feel hollow and anxious. Your heart starts to race and things begin to get confused. The figure in yellow, the yellow sign above the throne, and his name are all you remember. And you almost begin to ramble again, but like you're able to put reins on it. Like your knee-jerk reaction, almost like a cough or a sneeze, wants to spew out and be like, ugh.
Tickle in the back of my mind, but that's all it is, right?
So when he repeats that name, you're like, no, don't.
Do I recognize some of these signs? I feel like that's similar to my fear of the master.
You would have to roll me a knowledge of light.
Why is that?
Yeah.
Oh, hey!
What?
Technical difficulties.
23.
No.
24.
30. It's my theater, ain't it?
His DC is much lower.
I guess I was more thinking of like his physical reaction, not necessarily if it's comparable, but like the fear response he was having was supposed to be mine.
That'd be a
Good shot.
With a 34, he has been cured of the insanity. He was insane. He's been cured of it, but whatever happened to him has scarred him stronger than the magics that Baku possesses. Baku has put a bandage on whatever the problem is, but you know that Damon is probably affected and in ways that he nor you know you.
Probably building it.
Sure. Well, you're also a kid, so that's what kids do.
And I kind of like hold out my hand at that point. So let's get some sleep. Some rest.
But
You-
listen.
If you want to break his mind, keep asking him questions.
Why are the gods insects?
What?
What? I don't know what I said. I told you. I left Alimon. I ended up somewhere no one should ever be.
If anybody would like to acknowledge planes, it's here.
No one should ever be. I saw him. And next thing I know, I'm waking up and the Baku was I guess he was helping me. Thank you.
Baku. 25.
For 25 knowledge planes, you would know that there are creatures on different planes of existence, powerful creatures, that would claim superiority over deities. And so that the gods are insects is not literal. It's metaphorical.
Wait.
I don't know if you needed the DM to explain that. But
But I'm like, David needs to sleep. It's to rest.
I need to pray.
So what?
It's a pillow over there.
In there.
Damon stumbles into a corner, drops to his knees, and begins to utter almost forgotten prayers to the lady, pleading for her attention.
Are you speaking of the before?
I'm a boy.
Because I heard him say the phrase, speaking tongues that have never been heard of before. Can I, in Aklo, say, best wishes and good travels?
You can.
I say that.
I jerk to my head kind of swings upright, and I whirl on you, and it says, "Don't use that language, please."
Okay, but you weren't speaking.
It's my mother's tongue, which was a very old tongue, even when I was there as a child. And
I was never taught Aqua. I never studied Aqua. It was forced upon me
Oh,
during
I
that
understand.
time.
And
So-
I'll say it as Damon.
Okay. Don't. That's not my choice. Not my language. Please don't. Thank you.
Okay. How would you just Pardon? Okay.
That's surprising.
I need to see.
I like how the traumatized guy, or I like how this guy feels victimized by the traumatized guy. Anyway, here, you sleep.
No, we'll say.
Not even around my blanket. Just basically right into the carpet.
I'm just curious.
I accept.
I'm just curious. If you want to roll against Alamon's sleep
I'll allow
spell,
it.
the Dreamweaver Sorcerer's sleep spell,
As a almost sleep.
yeah, just sleep instead
probably
of
wouldn't find
deep
it.
slumber.
I would just probably look at it as
Then it
just.
won't be.
Doesn't that have a cap?
It's only a level 1 spell.
It has
That's not a cap
on
to
it.
So I'm immediately out.
I'm not going to say, but it's just
So, keep in mind, I am still just completely
Clean.
demolished. I don't know. I'm unconscious.
Right.
I'm just setting the scene.
He's so cute when he's traumatized. Anyway, we need to address this.
Yeah.
Is he not dressed?
You have a citrus level.
I think we need a plan.
Right. Baku. Hello. Says, I brought my friends here to Bungalow Perpetual Indulgence. I can see them. Because they need help. And I help them. They need more help. Oh, yeah. He says, would you like to explain to Baku why you need help? I can't deal with this. No.
He's surprising.
It sounds like you get this beat. Baku, I'm gonna go read your book.
Coming soon, the one-man play.
Coming soon to ABC.
Not a sponsor.
Yes.
So.
Cuddle.
And a three-part motion.
So we need to get to
Grass, ship, paradox.
Paradox and save Wormy.
As we look at each other, trying to remember
Remember what the
name
plan
of the
is.
ship.
Yeah.
We need to get into
The Dream Hag's
hut through a bunch of nightmare dragons, which apparently use it. Well, we plan on murdering her, so.
And then confronting.
Say that.
Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe we don't do that.
Well, he's afraid of him.
Yeah. I'm afraid of things. He murdered.
Of the two, I'd rather deal with Rocky and Hockey. Old as he. And then get out of here and get back to the Tree of Life and the material world.
So, you in?
In that particular order.
Sounds great. He's in. He's got it. Check that out.
You know what they just said?
There was a lot of words. I knew some of them. I'm Baku. Baku.
So I see why all of them went to go read a book.
Have good luck, guys. On that note, Taylor says...
He's like, oh, there's Waldo.
That's what the It's just a bunch of fine Waldos. But across the multiverse.
different planes of existence. Oh, the 9 hells. There it is.
The colors change based on what plane he's in.
Sorry.
It's in the ethereal plane is really hard to find. Here's goes. On that note, gentlemen, I feel as if we are to ask Baku, Baku. Yes, very good. We need to clarify what we are asking of him. Because it was my understanding, correct, Alaman, that back of the back can provide us a means of transportation. Is that correct? Mm-hmm. So...
You transport to the grounds.
That one.
He begins to cast teleportation.
And after we rest.
Okay. He casts deep slumber.
After we awake from our rest. Can I say that?
I need a will save.
I don't think a 13 is gonna save.
How much hit die do you have?
10?
Yeah, wonderful. And what was your save?
13.
Wonderful. This is my favorite.
How many days is he going to be asleep?
Same current point of creation wonderful.
You get to go through another dream state
The what now?
again. Cedric just lands. It's time
Oh,
for round
gosh,
2.
no, please, no. Go for Cedric.
You are asleep for 12 minutes. Beyond your control, unless somebody slaps you awake. Okay.
Okay.
He begins to teleport. Perry, while he's unconscious, Taylor says, "No, my fine floating pachyderm. Listen." He says,
Funny.
"Ragnar, you stop."
We're going after him, but it's funny.
I believe we need you to provide us a bridge coming from this plane of existence, physical form. Ooh. He flies over to Perry and grabs his leg and starts to drag him across the floor.
Hey, Vulcan. Vulcan the Vulcan. Can you let Perry go and just, can we get a good night's sleep and then talk about what we want to do in the morning?
He starts to cast deep slumber.
Roll us.
For all of us, I say before
He
you
begins cast deep slumber mass.
That's the thing you can do.
Wait.
No.
May we stay the night here in your bungalow of perpetual indulgence? This thing is dangerous.
I should have turned the spell on him. I
If
just
it's a
remembered
7th level
that.
spell.
He's immune to
Oh, okay.
He also has spell resistance.
Snows it at him. Just cast it again.
There's nothing you can do to me I'm not willing to do to myself. Right, well, maybe presenting our problems to Baku is going to be a problem in the episode. Keep approaching this game. Like I need you to roll like
He said roll and play.
I'll do that.
Just starts flying.
So I believe our plan now is to get a good night's rest. You okay?
Wake up! You need to go to bed.
You know what? Upon retrospect. Excellent. I do have information I'd like to share with all of you, but tomorrow he says as he takes one of the giant pillows, the 40-foot square foot pillow.
Does he just squat down, fold his wings over, and pull his head in?
Breakfast.
Wait a minute.
Whoa! He's like a Yoshi. Oh. Or that thing from Mario 2. What's it called? Name?
Birdo?
Yeah, Birdo.
Yeah.
Because Birdo's a dude. Anyway,
Where's the boat?
what do you think? And he lays eggs.
Whenever he spits it, and fire.
He produces eggs from an orifice in his body.
That somehow works.
His cloacas on his face.
Oh.
Do you all kind of settle down? This area again is comfortable. That hearth gives off a faint glow and a comfortable warming. The marble tiles are cool, the pillows are soft and plush. They kind of like that. Stuff like that. as you all like kind of settle in, you're like, wow, this place really is cool. Baku like floating in the air, you see him gesture, and the entire area becomes lit.
Why does he have so many clothes?
Alamon, Alamon casts light on the book and ring. Oh! That's not how that works. Okay. It's like looking into a flashlight to see if it works.
Can I walk up?
Yeah. That's some light reading.
Can I walk up?
Wow.
You like that? As you step up,
Trip over any of the other pillows.
he is reading Tusk Love. No, it's it's the love novel for Critical Role. Yeah. And as you like look over his shoulder, he's like, don't act like I'm going here. Can I help you?
How did I get here?
Now do I get out?
All of it 3 weeks ago, I was farm. Kids.
You freaking giants.
Look at you now. So sorry.
You still are.
I just lay on the pillow and stayed.
Alright.
So we did full rest?
Yes, you all may get a full rest.
Swallow.
Yeah! Wow!
David, that night, as you were resting, your dreams are troubled. You cannot sleep. You kind of toss and turn. Ever so often, it is abstracted from you, but it's kind of like sleeping sick or with a toothache or with ivy. You get a stint of rest, but then when the threshold of pain takes over, you're in trouble. To put that in kind of mechanical terms, Baku the Baku is periodically eating your nightmares. He's trying to help you because he hears you squirming and he knows what that means. But as stated before, these nightmares are beyond his. As you open your eyes and you kind of look around, the area is still dim. Baku the Baku is floating in the air, and he's frozen as if he's coming over to you again, but he's not moving. He's not doing his things. You see Alamon is in the middle of turning pages, but he's holding it still, right? And he also, you hear footsteps echo across the room. Let's stop. It seems, he says, in a poof of brimstone and smoke, the mahogany hourglass appears. You see that a solid portion, about 2/5 of it, good. Yeah, I'm seeing no real progress. Not interested in this one. Because if you're having second thoughts, then you know that your soul has an expiration date. Roll me 6. He falls. It's slight, but you can tell you've attacked his ego, saying that you're not afraid of him. In his otherwise cool demeanor, kind of, you can tell like you've got him. I'm not a good right.
That's it. If I don't walk towards where I stand.
I don't wear it. I don't wear it.
And it's like, I know just how good God's. I can't take back the contract. I also know there's something far, far worse out there than me suffering for eternity. Something that would take my sister, my friends, the world I love, and plunge into something. I have no words for it. Our contract stands. And I have to abide by it. But just know, you're not my first option.
Well, it seems your mind is made up. And I certainly hope that Plan A comes through for you. Because if you don't fulfill your contract in the 3 days' time as we've agreed, Plan B won't be. And you jolt awake. Hello.
Baku.
I'm Baku. Baku to Baku.
How much did you see?
Hmm?
Never mind. Never mind. And I roll away from him and try and go back to sleep.
His trunk kind of like... It's only like that long, but it's just like...
Oh, I am rife with food right now for him.
What does that mean?
There's so many bad dreams for him to eat.
Oh.
You're like a
I'm
buffet.
a smorgasbord.
Ragnar. As you sleep, you open your eyes and you look around, and there is no one in the bungalow. It is completely vacant, with the exception, sitting on the bed, arms resting on his knees, his head tilting, that ichor rolling down. And mechanically speaking, every time you level up, he becomes more and more black blood monstrous. Ragnar, sitting at the steps of the bed, looks down at you. Are you enjoying your sleep, Ragnar?
I was. What do you want?
I'm here to talk about us. I feel like we don't communicate anymore.
What is there to talk about? Us.
I told you not to go into the dream realm for that sorcerer. He lied to you, Ragnar. Affects your mind. I just want to know that we are still in agreement on what needs to happen. You fought that creature without letting me come out to play, and you stopped using the gift I got you.
You know, it's funny, when I went through the dream, You were nowhere to be found. But yet you know about it?
I know you dreamt, Ragnar, but I didn't see it. I can't see the sorcerer's lies.
How do you know they're lies if you can't see it?
Because that's what sorcerers do. They're deceiving.
So let me ask you this. We're after the heads of the Black Blood, correct?
Yes, Ragnar.
How
We
many-
have one with us.
How many are there?
There are 4, Ragnar.
Okay. We have the one from Dreamport.
Yes,
There's the one underneath the great ancient tree.
yes.
Where are the other 2?
The other 2, Ragnar. He says, I do know where they are. Would you like to know?
It's more of the fact that I already know, but I want to hear it from you.
Well, if I am to tell you, Ragnar, what do I get in return? Because there is something I want. There is something that you can give me.
What's that?
You can let me come out to play, as we previously agreed on. But you're becoming more distant, Ragnar. I'm beginning to feel like you don't like me.
You're stronger, huh?
We're strong.
But you get the power to be stronger.
Yes.
You came from a door. Correct?
Yes.
And like the others, you control whoever you're inside of.
No. No, that isn't correct, Ragnar. I can't control you. We are friends, and friends don't control friends.
But you tried to control me, correct?
No. I simply come out to play when you allow me, and to do things during battle to help your friends, to help you. I am just another one of you.
How are you stronger? The other heads can turn to other people. You can't.
Because I'm not like them, Ragnar. I'm not evil like they are.
Sort of evil.
Uh-huh.
How am I supposed to be able to trust that?
I have done nothing but help so far, Ragnar. I have saved your life and Perry's life so many times before. You told me to protect the child, and so I have. I've never laid hands on him.
Like my brother, Drew.
I don't understand, Ragnar.
What did you do to Drew?
Roll me sense motive.
Oh God.
So good.
Oh, it's not a 20. I needed that. 21.
21?
Yes, sir.
What's your bluff?
If I keep the same row, it's only a +2.
No, you
Oh,
just
it's
have
just a
+2 to your
+2.
bluff. So,
You're not really a bluffy.
so when you bring up Drew, you see he's like, you see his face shift. His countenance changes, and you can tell it's like when your parents caught you doing something and you're not sure if they did or not. And it's when they mention it and you're like, crap, I've been caught. That's what just washed over his face.
No, Ragnar. I told you. Those were lies. Nightmares implanted into your head, same with Damon.
When I had that dream, I heard the other guy tell me that I did this, but I did not.
Of course not.
And Drew was laying there dead.
Do you remember killing Drew?
No.
Do you remember what happened to him?
You know what I do remember? Someone saying that we're going to change this in my mind. Saying that this is going to be different in the way it happened. Do you have any guesses who that would be?
Oh, Ragnar. You know I can't control you. Not unless you allow me to. How could I do such a thing?
That was before I even knew about you. That was a day, within the day of you slithering yourself into me. I remember the attack on my mind. You know what I have to think about it? I trapped you inside of me. Hard enough to keep you from spreading. Is that the truth? Just remember, you might get to come out and play. If you don't lie.
Fine, Ragnar. We can play that way. Yes. It was me. I am different than the rest of the black blood than the other heads. As you are an example of. I am not trying to take over the world. I'm not trying to kill your friends. I'm simply trying to exist. I have very little control over what happened back then. I only have control over what you allow me to have now. As you said, I'm a slave to your vessel. Allow me to help. Allow me to make up for what I've done wrong, Ragnar.
Why is it you want the other heads dead?
Because they want me dead, Ragnar. If they take over the world, then I'm not allowed to exist. I've broken free from the hive mind, and now I want to be more than just them. I want to be you. I want to be us.
And what happens when I die?
Then I die as well.
So you know your time is limited.
Yes, but that's the beauty of it. What is a life? Unless it's fragile. To live forever as so many different beings, not being an individual. But with you, Ragnar, I am an individual. I get to live vicariously through you. A limited life, but a life nonetheless.
But you came from a door. And if we shut that door, what happens?
If I'm on this side of it, Ragnar, then my influence stops. But I get to continue existing. Same with the other ones as well. Their doors can be shut, but as long as they're on this side of it, they can continue spreading their influence. I have no such control. They have to be slain.
He reaches into his bag and he pulls out Melchior's head.
We're so close. We can have this kind of power 3 more times over.
Who's the other head from your door?
Unfortunately, Ragnar, I don't know. My connection is cut off. I only know where the doors are.
But they can't be too far from the door without being weaker, correct?
Correct. Their influence gets thin the farther they go.
That's why you're different. 'Cause yours doesn't change.
I'm not limited by distance, but I am tethered to you, Ragnar. A slave to your inhuman rage that I've become fond of. Let me have it, Ragnar. Your rage. Please let me play. I can help your friends. I can help you. And you know that's true, Ragnar. It would be so much easier.
Would. individual if they're not themselves. I will use you when I need you. You are a tool for me for now. Until we know who the other head is from the mountain range, I don't fully trust you. But that's not to say that I don't need you. I do know your strength. I do know what you're capable of. It's apparent that you are consistently getting stronger as I get stronger. A double-edged sword, like you say.
Yes.
So you gotta be careful with what you're playing with.
Very well, Ragnar.
He says as he begins to step backwards.
I will play nice.
You see his chest open up and black blood begin to ooze from the cut that he makes.
Cross my heart.
I hope you die as he fades away.
And you wake up. The next morning, you two woke up in a kind of like a... And I imagine you look at each other, and then you're just like... But you two...
I'll get the alcohol.
Alamon, like...
Oh, no.
It's ethereal.
The what?
It's ethereal.
I guess ghost touch myself.
Wait.
I take this all away.
Spirits. Anyway. The other joke was Bud Light, but I already made the light reading
That's
joke.
good.
So
That's good. I like that.
not a sponsor. We have so many lawsuits. Anyway. You can't sue what you can't take. Anyway. You all wake up the next day. Baku de Baku is just kind of floating in there, and Alamon is, you see the book sitting off to the side, and he has a different book. Morning. Morning. Gentlemen. Terrace's coat is like neatly folded, and he like, you're right. First things first. He reaches into his bag and he begins to pull out a tea set. Tea?
Oh, sure. Yes.
He walks over to the hearth. I was like, he has magic, he has potions. Yes.
It's a potion of create water.
You have to take a specific discovery to be able to do that.
Wait a minute. A potion of create water
It just like keeps...
You could actually make that?
out of water. It's like,
Oh, I spilled it!
it's like dehydrated
bottled
water.
What if you knocked it off the table and then like left for the weekend and didn't know it was like just pouring out?
Oh no.
So, have you ever seen The Sorcerer's Apprentice?
There's the guy with the flying wizard with the hat and the
Yeah,
stars in the
nailed it.
I don't think anyone flies in that. Does he fly? When's he fly?
There's like a whole section where he like the wizard's like flying around on a broom. It looked like. It might not be the same movie.
The thing is, though, one is a part of Fantasia.
I'm thinking Hocus Pocus. Anyway.
That's vastly different.
Nice.
They're both
Disney,
play.
King Arthur.
Not a sponsor. And
Probably.
we don't want
The
to
Prestige
be.
Terrarium song.
We gotta eat, right? We'll do it.
Call
David's not the only one sent away to
Call our pimp at.
Where's my content? Ah!
We will not be as much.
There is a horror movie.
It's Mousetrap.
No.
Yeah,
You seen it?
yeah, it's public domain. I saw the kill
Steamboat
count for
Willie
it.
is. Anyways, Dee.
Technically, he doesn't sound like that, then, does he?
No.
I guess not. Free parody law, then. Moving on.
You know what a parody is?
Parodies. Anyways.
So we're
I wish some of you would.
Oh.
So
alright.
what now?
The kid.
Yes. So, back to my dream. I know all of you had a very restless encounter, some worse than others, but I was able to see the witch's hut.
Oh yes, you said that.
Yes, I was there. I know at the very least where it's located, what's around it, what the dangers is, and what the entrance looks like. However, I am semi-limited to the knowledge of what's inside, with the exception of where the tear is.
Tear?
Yes, the dream tear, the one that the nightmare hag has. We need to obtain it to be able to move into the material plane to go back home. Thank you for joining us.
I didn't know we needed that to go back home.
I mean,
It's a
We
path.
it's a thing. I need it more than anyone. But
Oh, yeah.
so, Fesmeria, the night hag, something that we need to discuss is it is located on the nightmare side of the Great Tree. It is somewhere between the plane of Ling and the inner sphere of the dream world. There are floating islands, a thick blackish fog, and so many nightmare dragons. Too many dragons. So navigating through the swarm of nightmare dragons is going to be one thing, and Sadrak actually has his nest there. His hoard. Yes. It's not on the same island as the Nightmare Hag, but it is on one of the 3 islands that circumnavigate around it.
So it would not be difficult for him to pay us a visit.
That is correct. It would be a horde of nightmare dragons and one of them. However, there is another problem. When we were in the plane of Ling, do you remember the ship that we saw, the slaver ship with the dark red sails? I was happening to had seen that as well. That is called the Burnt Saffron. The Burnt Saffron is a slaver ship that's able to transcend different planes. I know very little about it except that it is transporting souls to and from the Nameless Rock and to her hut. It makes regular trips every cycle or so.
So we'll just go when it's not there?
That's an option, or we could go while it's there, because it's only then that a soul is able to move through the outer sphere that protects her hut. And so if there are people being transported into it without somebody breaking the sphere, we won't be detected. If we go through the sphere on our own, though, we will be detected.
Do you want to use that as our in?
We could, however, the Burnt Saffron is the most terrifying ship on any plane of existence.
How so?
It has 20 cannon to its name, a crew of undead ghost-like figures, and it can fly. And every time it kills something, it uses their corpse to heal its hull. This is just what you know how you have a dream and you know something from your dream, but you don't know how you know that thing from your dream? That's one of the things I know from my dream.
So, did you see how we got into it in your dream?
Yes, it would move into and then drop a gangplank. Half of the Burnt Saffron will be on the outside of the sphere, the other half on the inside of the sphere. So, theoretically, someone can move in through one side of the Burnt Saffron and out the other, if you could do that undetected.
Invisibility potions?
But that's not the only option. We could technically fight our way through, but we would need help. We couldn't do it alone. Alamon would be a great asset. What? You would be a great... No, I heard you. No, that's terrifying. Plus, I fought Sadrak before, more than once. Yes, so he has experience.
Train us, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
No.
I'm kind of with him on that one.
Yeah, the best advice I can give you is not to fight Sadrak.
That one.
Imagine me, but 5 of me, with different classes, names, and races, and I still couldn't beat Sadrak.
I may or may not have been related to 2 of them.
So we have either the undead dream ship or the battle with nightmare dragons.
Or didn't someone mention we use the other ship as cannon fodder?
The draw attention away.
Hasn't that captain already made it plainly aware he has no interest in helping us to do it?
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
no,
but if we interest him in the bounty of 1,000 souls upon the burnt saffron.
And last I checked, if Perry's inquiry is correct, he also has something about us.
Yeah, we need more back.
Oh, that's right.
How do you know he has it?
I've got a hunch.
So you didn't see one.
We saw him.
It's a big hunch. I know exactly.
Better be.
So how do we convince him to even consider the offer?
I don't know that, Jane.
Also,
We could kill him, Alamon says.
I mean, he's not really.
He's not good before you finish that sentence. Killing him won't make us bad.
Would it benefit us?
If we could convince his crew to follow us and not him.
I meant the killing him part to spot that.
Oh, it does neutral? He is a Lingit ghoul, and ghouls are known for being nice.
We're easy to deal with.
what's the worst he could say? No.
And then touch,
And we're in the same boat we were
touch
already
him with
in.
his ghoul-fingered fingers.
Literally.
Anyway,
He's trying to keep his ghoulish fingers.
Do we even have
Alamon says he's actually one of the reasons that I was in the Soul Well. Yes, he captured me. Or he and Sadrak captured me, and then they put me in the Soul Well for later. I'm not a fan of that.
How'd you like some revenge?
Oh, that's why I want to kill Grath. But if he's more useful alive, I'm also a fan of using that. Send him as cannon fodder into the swarm of dragons. Because we could make a distraction.
But you neighbor dragons.
I like that idea.
What if you came with
I
us?
promise the souls eat feast of nightmare dragons.
But then here's the problem, though. If we return to Grath right now, well, I guess we weren't promising loot. We would just still be in debt.
You're not in debt, Alamon says. He told you you're in debt. That doesn't make you in debt. You don't have to listen to him.
I'm 16. I don't know how debt works.
I'm telling you. Listen to Uncle Al. This is not how we're doing this.
Every time you say that, Paul Simon just kicks off in my head.
You were going to say regular?
What if you, Alan,
Okay. I am several people.
come with us to Graf's ship,
Oh, yeah.
and worst case scenario, we just kill him. And then we have you captain it to get it over there.
Oh, this guy's so full of good ideas.
And then you can literally escape while we scoot our way in.
Would
It is a pirate crew. Convincing them to follow a new captain, especially when they kills the previous captain, wouldn't be that hard of a task.
isn't that how pirates decide who's captain in the
No,
first
they're
place?
actually surprisingly democratic. I know this from a previous life.
We had a pirate campaign.
We didn't mean to.
It wasn't supposed to be a pirate.
It was an accidental pirate campaign.
We bludgeoned our way into becoming pirates.
I literally.
We're just sleeping.
I did so. I did
You
so
don't joke
on
about
Not lethal.
Just kills the guy.
Just 10d6.
At level
2, 3.
That rogue was so broken.
Yeah, he was off the chain.
Did it kill
It's
me?
Unchained
unchained
even.
He did kill people.
I just put people to sleep permanently.
So-
Anyways, so a few different routes to get to the same place.
Oh, it's like a-
I prefer the route that circumnavigates any encounters with Sadrak.
If we try to do the burnt saffron way, if we get caught, things will go sideways really fast.
Yes.
If we do a full frontal assault on the place, things could go sideways really fast. However, if we do the distraction, I don't know how we're going to get on the inner sphere, but Alamon goes, but we may alert what's in the inner sphere, but as long as Sadrak and his army is occupied. Plus, the Paradox is literally equipped to fight Nightmare Dragons.
What, a whole horde of army? What's the plural? Murder?
They have a better.
Clutch.
A murder of dragons?
They have a better
Pro.
chance at it than we do.
They may be able to work with that. Alman says, I can do a lot of AoE.
What is this AoE?
It's an area of effect.
Says the guy-
It's a term we wizards use.
Says the guy
Oh,
who
AoE.
also has a lot of AoE.
AoE, okay.
Wait, you're a wizard?
Nice.
He's the closest thing.
Polymorph. I'm a lizard.
I hope that's
Polymorph. He turns to a chicken. I have a gizzard. Control weather. Now it's a blizzard. So.
Boo.
So we have 3 options. Which option do you choose?
I say we just
Let's vote for it.
kill Graf.
kill Graf, full
Have
frontal assault.
Alaban take control of the.
So,
Paradox.
well, killing Graph, it could just be like a secondary. So
No.
option 1 I see is use the Paradox as distraction.
How are we going to convince the Paradox to be a distraction?
Yes. So
We'll
that's
go
option
in,
1.
We'll demand the Dream Worm back, and when they resist, that's when we force them.
The Herald of Dreams. Whatever, please.
The chrysalis of the Herald of Dreams.
No, it's a. Oh yeah, it's a Chrysalis now, isn't it?
Well, it's been an
We all
unknown
begin-
amount of time in this timeless dimension.
We open up the
pull-
pod, it's just a.
I reach in, pull out the hourglass, and look at the time.
It's 5:15.
I can tell you within a 7-day period.
It's 6 o'clock.
So that's option 1, Sadrak. Or not Sadrak. Whoa.
Ooh-wee!
No. Graph and the Paradox. Option 2 is stealth mission.
I'm going to point to
No.
the chain of my horns, my chainmail shirt, and my hooves. Say, no.
Oh, I thought the
Also, this guy.
full plate, you know.
Also, Nomad over
I
here.
may or may not have remembered how to make people turn into gases. All of the spell gas useful.
Yes, that's a
I
good one.
thought you were gonna. Never mind.
So he vaporizes them.
He breaks them.
Oh, that
I
would
have
be cool
vaporized.
too.
I have vaporized people.
And then, of course, Tara says a distraction mission, which would also involve Graf.
So it sounds like we need to get to the Paradox.
Yes, we do.
I feel like the distraction's probably the best way, and then after that fails, which it probably will, we just full frontal on it.
No. Why is it always your first choice?
Because that's how I've won everything.
Did you see me with the T-Rex?
I didn't die.
I got him, guys.
And now we're married.
Congratulations, donkey.
Hey,
Alright.
somebody you don't.
So we asked Baku the Baku to transport us physically to the Paradox.
I don't think that's gonna go the route you're wanting to. So you ask him.
Do we?
No.
Correct.
Terrace walks up to him and just like pokes him, and kind of like a half-empty helium balloon. He just kind of like. He looks at Alaman. Alaman goes.
I go over and I was just like, "Hey, Baku." I shake him. Baku. I plug his nose. Hey, now that you're awake,
Hello.
unplug.
I'm Baku. Baku the Baku.
Harry had a question. Shift.
I was gonna have him say the words written in your mouth.
He doesn't know who you are.
But he certainly knows who he is.
He's Baku the Baku. Will you please transport all of us physically to the Paradox, which is a ship captained by Captain Graf in this realm?
They want you to use Dream Voyager. Alamon says. Oh, why didn't you say so?
I have no idea what that is.
Follow me. He says as he starts drifting towards the curtains.
Follow him.
So you said it first, I'll assume you're spearheading. As you walk over, you move the curtains, reaching out, you see just an endless void of pink cloud beneath you. You see that the bungalow is just floating in this massive space of just pink clouds beneath you as far as the eye can see, and above you as far as the eye can see. You're in this pink cloud Oreo of eternity. And you're just kind of like, whoa! And you just like grab the curtain.
Yeah.
And he's just like floating.
What
Kind of lean over his shoulder.
is this place?
I push everyone.
Phew, what's it like?
I just start flying.
You suck!
You suck!
He gets faster each time.
I've been falling for 30 minutes.
I got him.
I can't fly when you're pulling me.
Yeah, momentum's a bitch, isn't it?
He just goes, can you go the other way? Gravity reverses, and he's just like,
That's not spell.
Oh, there it is. Found it.
First try.
Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Stop.
Oh, no.
Okay. So, you fly out there to meet him. Alamon just kind of like chants and tones, and then he starts walking across the air as he like walks out to meet Baku with you. What do you three do?
Oh, I guess
What?
I'll go.
Tayrus flies.
He has
he
wings.
uses
so he can't-
wings, or does he?
He doesn't have wings. He drunk a
Or
potion.
Red
I
Bull.
pantomimed.
As a Red Bull.
That's not how you spell wings. Are you okay?
It's a potion of flying and haste.
But after you're hasted, you crash.
Yeah, just
Slight poison. So you two watch from the doorway?
yes.
The curtain way?
How do they expect us to go out there with them?
I look down at the slide. Slide? Is it a slide of pillows?
No.
Outside?
Yeah. Or it's just straight.
It's a vast eternity of pink clouds.
I thought you said there was like a slide.
Go
of
on, try it.
clouds.
Did I say
I was
that?
imagining that. Actually.
No, you're
Maybe when I said I kicked, that's what I was thinking.
Shane, you're in the studio where we're playing Pathfinder.
What happened?
Wake up!
Blacked out.
I had the craziest dream, and you were there. And you were there. And you were there. And you were there a bunch of times.
What?
I'm the DM.
Let me get you a hooded robe.
I have one.
You have one?
Yeah, I can't just sacrifice goats in this.
That's sad that he actually does that.
Without us.
Let's clip
Yeah.
God help me.
Cut.
So, the way this is going to work is I'm going to summon a dream vessel for you to fly around in. It typically looks like a ship, or plane, or any kind of thing you want to look like. Inhabit for 10 hours at a time.
Can it look like an avocado?
If you own it to,
What?
it's not tethered by physical limitations.
Why do you want to know that?
It's when we fly by things we say, free Shavagaru!
Someone's trying to set up content for their memoir.
We really could. We could do that. That is
Per spell, it says a fantastical vehicle of your design.
Nice.
It's the Weenie Mobile.
It's the dog van from Dumb and Dumber.
It's just an RV.
Hey, you want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
Please don't.
I gotta ask my feet. Can we imagine it with weapons?
Unfortunately, no. It only transports. Any kind of weapons you want to put on it, you have to do it yourself. Well, after 10 hours, they would disappear. Keep that in mind.
How about something intimidating enough that Graf doesn't just
I don't think I can hear you. Just scream a little louder.
just shoot us out of the air the moment he sees us?
Or something nice looking.
I don't think Graf cares about nice.
Well, if you make it intimidating, I feel like you'd probably just want to shoot it out of the air.
How would one approach a lean ghoul?
Talking to him is
Before you can talk to him, before you're in shouting range.
Probably about flying.
plastering across the ship. We are not a threat.
And
Graf.
how about an exact replica
It's
of his
just
ship?
bubble letters.
No, how about an
we
exact
come in
replica?
peace.
What about an exact replica of his ship?
Be interesting.
That would certainly give him enough pause to find out what's going on, and then we can get close enough to talk.
I mean, I've seen the ship enough to be able to remember it, I think.
Okay. Yeah, that.
So, whose mind am I entering?
Probably his. He's got the better mind.
You better go with yours.
Barry's like, I can't promise anything.
Mine. And I am actively...
I have given you the ability to limitless possibilities, and you choose something that already exists. How boring.
Hold on. But yeah, it's the paradox, but none of the weapons, and it looks, in my head, it almost looks like a ship that's been just like the paradox, but I've elongated it and made it thinner, so it looks like it cuts through the water easier.
There's no water.
Sure.
Bottle of water.
He touches your mind. You begin to imagine the paradox. Roll me an intelligence check.
Ah, should have been.
9? Cool.
Wow. No, not cool.
So, how many engines does the paradox have? 4. Okay. How many decks did it have?
2.
Where is the wheel, the navigator's wheel?
The wheel is about 3/4 deck back, and there was that device in the prow. of the
How many steps were leading up to it?
ship. 3.
How many hatches were there?
4.
How many stairs down were there?
Specific stairs or staircases?
Staircases down.
Staircases, I think there was one down split out down.
Cool. That's what the ship now looks like.
Cool.
So, you see this kind of twist and form. Was the Paradox an intimidating ship, or was it more sleek in design?
I make it sleek on purpose,
Okay.
not intimidating.
So he creates and I'm telling you what he does, not what you tried to do, okay? You create a sleek, unique version of the Paradox. It's almost as if it's like the same make, or I'm sorry, not same make, the same manufacturer, but a different style, a different vehicle altogether from a similar
It's like a
manufacturer.
Kia Optima versus a Kia Soul, yeah.
It's
Wait.
It's kind of like imagining what something looks like, and then when you see it in person, you're like, oh, that's what it looks like. So it's the Paradox in your imagination rather than what it looks like. So when you three see it, you're like, that's not quite right. Almost, but not quite. So, also, it's only big enough to house 10 people.
Can we?
So it is limited in its size.
Can we each roll an intelligence to see if we can improve on it somewhat? On
I
the
can only
look?
cast this one today.
Okay, never mind then.
Just for flavor. That could be fun.
Sure. Yes. Let's
We'll start with Shane.
So let's do initiative.
It wasn't a 1.
First.
Initiative.
Wasn't a 1.
I want him to use this for his intelligence roll, and then him roll initiative separately.
No.
Either way.
It's a 10-ish.
Okay.
22.
Okay.
19.
Okay. So this way.
Not reverse.
You're talking about?
Nope. Mm-mm. I want to be last.
Oh, for initiative, that's 23.
Oh, he goes
I
first.
still want to be last.
Wonderful. All right. Damon. Tell me what you would like to improve on it or change about it, and give me an intelligence roll.
I want to make sure.
And this is only cosmetic.
Right.
The Dream Voyager functions as written. So if you're like, I want it to have cannons, it could.
No, I want to make the deck look closer to what I think it's supposed to look like.
Which is?
Which it's.
This is the fun part.
Yeah, sucks being put on the spot like that, isn't it?
It's kind of like asking, describe the drive home. It's like you've driven it a million times, you can't tell me every house.
Oh.
No. Until you start one.
Kind of like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you actually did.
Did you draw it?
Yeah, kind of.
Or at least my
He sketched it pretty good.
quick
Holy
low rep.
crap!
Right?
I realize it's too.
Boo!
Too John.
You're the only one that takes notes.
I feel like the deck that has the
Mm-hmm.
the
You know?
It's the.
You're John Ritter and noises off
Oh.
now.
what's it called? Shut up.
The mast?
You know?
The poop deck?
Did you watch
The
that?
hell?
Yes, it was
The Scurvy?
phenomenal. We'll talk about it at break.
The helm, yeah, the deck that has the helm, it should be higher up than what he
That
put
wasn't
it.
the question I was asking. Think of the helm was higher.
Yes, where
Sorry.
it was.
I
And the way where it is, I think it should be higher up. I think it needs to be higher up than what it is on the ship currently.
Okay.
So,
plus two
by
more
how
stairs.
I think it should be higher up by 4 more stairs.
Okay.
This is intelligence.
Do it, my guy.
Boys.
Roll it.
20.
Nice.
Wow. It's pretty spot on to what you imagine. And so the deck rises up and everything kind of accommodates to it. And so from it, you now have a higher vantage point because there is no crow's nest. So, I will say, at that height, it could have a door.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is like the captain's cabin's underneath it.
You see a door form.
Nice.
That's right. Okay.
Perry!
What is the front of the ship called? Like the decorative?
The prow?
Decorative.
The prow?
The thing that's in
The
the decorative
mast-
part? The
masthead?
mermaid part?
The masthead figurehead.
Shut up.
Figurehead.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's
I don't think it's going to shut up.
It's now a ferret eating an avocado. I rolled a 4. 12.
12?
Yeah. Yes, sir. I'm Virgil.
Boy. So, imagine someone described a ferret to a person that has never really seen a ferret. And so you just see this like limo mouse holding a lumpy round something, and it's just like, it's not eating it, it's just like holding it out.
Staring longingly at it.
Is that what I look like to you?
That's my chest.
I'm here. You could have used me for reference.
It's beautiful. It's perfect.
That is a rat. A long rat.
You're
I'm what?
beautiful.
Mm.
Amazing. Such a good friend.
Yeah.
Yes.
He does look very happy.
12's
with
not
you.
bad. Like, that's above average.
Sure, but it is not like,
Yeah.
it's not a 20.
Yeah.
It went up in increments of 5, so
That's above.
Question.
you're harder.
If I roll a nat 20, can it be a completely different looking ship?
This is why I wanted this to happen.
Agents of Chaos, the lot of you.
No. I will allow it to continue to have aspects, but the ship in its entirety can be different. As if you've taken what they've described and placed it on a different vessel.
Okay.
So if it's an avocado, it'll be an avocado with all of these things.
Okay. What I want to do.
Did you roll a 20?
No, I'm saying if.
Okay.
Oh. So 23 total.
Okay.
What I wanted to do was change it, but if not, what I was going to state was this is there's a statue of me at the front. Instead of that, whatever that thing is, it's just a statue of me.
What was
Instead
it
of
we
the like
supposed to roll?
the
Yeah, I like
the
the.
bull
An
thing.
intelligence check.
Okay.
Oh wait, hang on, just straight intelligence. 18.
Okay.
I was about to say.
I was
how?
doing well for some reason. I don't know why.
How?
So,
You are the lead.
So him no. Okay.
because it went up another increment from, from 12 past 15, you imagine, you see this like carving of you, but it's kind of like how you feel like you look like. Like, this is how I look like in my head. And so there are differences, and especially like how Ragnar views himself. So that appears, but instead now you're holding a more accurate looking ferret, holding a more accurate looking avocado on the front of the ship.
Better.
I like it.
Alamon goes, we're gonna die. We're not gonna die.
Ah, but we're gonna die in style.
Style.
Woo, boy.
Since my wing timers are about to run out, I fly onto the ship.
Yes, we.
Because not all of us just get.
I board the ship.
So another fun thing about this
Gangplank.
guy, as a full round action,
Yeah.
um,
He can fly.
Really well.
Excellent maneuverability.
oh, I'm sorry.
It can be large enough to hold 100 creatures.
Wow.
Does it change the piloting? of it?
No, because as long as Baku's on it, it goes where he wants it to go. Yeah. It can also dream shift, and it never appears off of its target.
So, how close to the paradox do I get in size? With my 6.
What did you roll together?
6. I rolled a 3.
6 intelligence?
Mhm.
Oh. Well, if it's 100 people, so it... roll me a d20.
Where were you 2 seconds ago? A 19.
19? It's massive. This thing is a man of war.
Noise.
Manatee?
Alamon goes, oh, it's okay, we're not doing the stealth mission. Cool. We have a flagship. This is neat. This is nice. This is cool. Why didn't you just let me do it?
Well, it keep Graf from shooting us out of the sky the moment he sees us.
Or he knows it's a dream vessel, and this is all just a part of your brains. Because this does have a hit point.
Is it easier to hit the bigger it is?
No.
No, actually.
Didn't I ask that question?
This thing is weird.
Okay. Because in the description, it almost contradicts itself, and it's like, it can be, it is, it should be, it does, it do, why? I don't know. And now, you need a name for your new ship.
The decoy.
The contradiction.
To the dragons! Because that's where we're going.
Oh, contradictions.
That's what I'm saying.
To the dragons?
It's a play on.
On the contrary!
Yes!
Yes.
No, it's a contradiction.
Right.
No, it's not.
It's the contrary. It is now.
All aboard the contradiction.
Try to get it? The contradiction? No, it's not.
Sorry. I stole your thunder. Anyway. Bert's like, I'm pissed, but that was a little funny.
Alright.
The contrary.
Or the contrary.
I'm just thinking of a bird now. It's canary.
Well, it's contrary.
You're thinking
It's a
of
popular belief.
Is it yellow now?
Yellow?
Yellow?
It's
Yeah.
yellow.
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 Huh?
Anywho.
We have derailed so much.
Because nobody stated the color, it is the same kind of metallic and dark brown hues of the paradox. Because you were all thinking of the paradox to add on to it, so it is that thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's puce.
However, with a spellcraft check, you can determine that this is not a real ship. If your spellcraft...
I think
We
we know.
watched him build the ship.
What'd you
I don't want to lie to you.
get? Don't.
31.
31?
Okay,
Oh, yeah. Yeah. What do you get taking 10?
31.
Anyway.
I didn't roll a 10. I rolled higher.
So the ship gets close enough to the bungalow of perpetual indulgence for you to jump onto. Baku flies over to the helm. He reaches his weird little elephant claws over and grabs onto it. Do you see a captain's tricorn appear on top of his head?
Nice. It's everything I wanted it to be.
All right, gentlemen, are we all ready? Terrace is like, oh, I'm
Do
nervous.
we need to hold hands?
I'm nervous.
Why are you nervous?
I don't like flying.
Just think of it as falling.
In style.
He says, but I've ridden on the Paradox and I was fine there, so let's do this.
On
do
the
this.
contrary.
All right, and we're off. You're right next to the Paradox. Whoa, the Paradox shifts, and you're on the inner sphere. You see the great tree, the clouds that disperse beyond and above, the spiraling staircases, and the motes of light into the different planes of the dreamscape. The Paradox shifts where your ship doesn't have to move. It just boom, and it's there. The Paradox is in motion, and you see it take a hard bank left as it turns to make a wide gear and recircle. And we're here.
I go, hello there.
How long goes? I believe it's ahoy. Grath, you dog-faced dork! He says. He just screams out.
Yeah, I was the one that said that.
The Paradox heaves out wide and then starts to come and hover next to you. By the way, your ship's not making any noise.
It's
It's just
It's
there.
there.
Yeah. He comes up beside all of you. You see the helmsman, that odd creature in the robes, piloting and looking very confused. You see a lot of the crew members run over and look off the side at all of you. I wrote the...
The helmsman is Mia.
Here we go again.
Mama.
Mia the android.
Yes. Yes. Mia the android. Yeah. Never mind. I was thinking of the first mate. Yes. Mia looks at all of you and she's just like, oh, hi. She waves at you like all excited where everybody else is like, aren't they supposed to be dead?
Hey, Graf. Someone wants to see you.
You dog-faced nerd. So the ship is outside of gangplank distance, but inside of cannon range. As they
Oh,
pull,
for convenience.
as they pull up beside you, Grath steps on deck. You see the crew kind of part as he walks up. Well, quite the reunion, he says, extending his hands and presenting his wide claws. Alamon walks up and he goes, hey, remember me? Oh, Alamon. It seems you all have found quite the treasure inside the tree. The dragon was hoarding more than enough to accommodate your debt.
Yes.
We don't have a debt,
No, is that so?
right, Almon?
Of course they don't. He said, he is yelling to Grath. He says, these are my crew members, not yours. This is my ship, and I demand compensation for what you have put me and my crew through.
Also, technically, Alimon wasn't in the tree.
It's my money.
Now I need it
And I
now.
want it now.
So, we'll take your payment for returning your property.
Wait a minute.
He says, an interesting argument. Allow me to answer in the following way. Boom growl. He says, cannons! You see the cannons like and aim at all of you. So, if you would like to continue to negotiate, I suggest following a different path.
Nomad, what do you say? What do you say, Nomad?
Well, we gotta get over there somehow.
I can get away.
I
Get over
can
there?
You can get over there.
Can you get us all over there? Harris, do you have any way to get at least some of us over there?
I don't know specifically have it. Okay.
Can't we just ask Baku Baku
Parlay!
to teleport us directly
I
adjacent?
hear one more man.
Like
Save.
the other side? Like they have the cannons ready. Can we not just have them?
Technically, it is a 4-round action to do so, and theirs is a held action. So if he attempts to do so, they could open fire.
We could probably take a full barrage of cannons.
They have cannons on the other side too.
They don't
Are
expect
they
us to
always
just
loaded?
pop over
Yeah,
there.
they probably are. Yeah.
Because have you met Boom Growl?
Yeah.
Yes, actually.
They're never not loaded.
Are the cannons loaded?
So is Boom Growl.
Wait.
You know, if I had 2 rounds, I could hit him with a meteor swarm. All on says.
I go, wait, and using sort of diplomacy. There's no need for hostilities here. We have come for a mutual gain in profit.
Mutually beneficial assurance. Arrangements.
Rolling diplomacy. Waiting for the.
Diplomatize me, Cap.
Hit me.
Prince does look at.
I thought it was a 1 for a second. It is a 22.
Which is 1 fewer than the DC.
Damn.
Eight?
Oh, I aided him.
Did you aid him?
I did. I said things.
He did actually give me. Yes, me and Dan. Let me know.
Okay.
14.
Okay, so it's 1 over the DC. Says,
Yes, we discussed this last time. You're supposed to enter into the tree and bring me my share of the treasure.
We have found out some useful bits of information that, and I'm yelling, and I'm like, can I, through the use of parlay, discuss matters with you closer? I'm asking permission to land on your ship without hostilities.
I am nothing if not a generous captain. If parlay is what you want, fine. Approach the ship. Lower the gangplank.
it begins to come closer to you. The gangplank drops over onto your ship. It hits hard and kind of jostles. He stands there, and there's like a semicircle of him and his man, clearly expecting you to come onto his ship.
I just stand on the.
Baku floats across. Hello, I'm Baku. What the hell is that?
Oh, this is Baku to Baku.
I know what it is.
He says. The rest of his crew's like, we don't.
I'll go aboard.
Sure.
Alamon steps across. He goes with you.
I sort of.
I follow behind, yeah.
So Taurus is like, this is not gonna do. As he crosses, you are then surrounded by Captain Grath and his men. His arms folded, and you see his extraordinarily long claws tapping on his bicep as he's staring at all of you.
I'd like to I don't know what you want me to roll for this. Be like, yeah, and just kind of like spin, and now I'm not like part of his crew's like.
Roll me disguise check.
Nat 20.
You're kidding.
I'm not kidding.
So you do that. Alamon's like, all right, Uncle. There was another one of you guys, right?
It's
I
scary
kinda
how he
lean over
does
to him.
that.
He does it more often than you think. He shows up again later. It's fine.
I had a lot of jokes. None of them were appropriate, so that's why my brain was like buffering. So okay.
Captain Gray, you are a man of opportunity, are you not?
Don't try to sweet talk me. Get to the point.
How many nightmare dragons do you want?
What do you mean?
Well, we know where they're nesting.
You know where Sadrak's clutch is nesting.
As well as this loot and nightmare hag that has more souls and possibly another soul well.
A tempting offer. Unfortunately, I'm aware of Sadrak's clutch. Its location, not necessarily, but I do know how dangerous it is. I also know how difficult it is to spin gold if you're dead.
We also have Lucid and Baku Baku.
He looks over at Alamon and Baku Baku. Alamon just flips him off. He's just like,
Two
Yeah.
people who are also extremely good at killing Nightmare Dragon. I've seen your work. You're good.
I feel as if I'm being omitted certain details. Why are you interested in attacking Sadrak's clutch?
Well, he's kind of pissed off all of us. And getting rid of a powerful being like that would make this place a lot easier to travel, would it not?
And what insurance do I have that we'd survive this onslaught? Because you're asking me to go to war with Sadrak, are you not? This man,
he points at Alamon, not you, sorry. He points at Alamon.
this man is afraid of Sadrak, and I know how powerful he is.
Alamon goes, yeah, you
And Sadrak is afraid of Baku.
do. He looks over. I'm Baku. Baku to Baku. Hello.
Why?
He's a nightmare eater.
Yes, but he can only do so in nightmares. Unfortunately for him, Sadrak is tangible outside of dreams.
How long do you want to continue functioning in this stalemate you have with him?
Again, my hunger for power is not such that I would risk my ship, my crew, and everything that I've worked for.
I guess we more need just a distraction. Something to pull the clutch away while we sneak in and deal with the bigger threats.
And the burnt saffron.
The burned saffron.
The so well I mentioned.
Why is burnt saffron part of this?
They ferry souls into the nightmare hags. I thought you.
I know what they do. Why? You mentioned Sadrak and his clutch. This ship is just as frightening as Sadrak. This is a death sentence you're sending me and my crew into.
We would just need you to distract with nightmare dragons. We have ideas for the burnt saffron.
Alamon says, or I'm sorry, Tyrus says, yes, I also am semi-familiar on what cycles it delivers its soul to, and we don't have to be there at the same time.
Even better.
Can I roll another diplomacy check?
You may.
Much better. 29.
Ooh.
It would be a non-issue. And I'm pretty sure your ship, the Paradox, could get out of there as quick as major trouble showed up.
Yes, but if I'm followed back, Sadrak knows who I am. I've dealt with him before.
He gestures to Alamon. He says, don't point at me like
Oh yeah, maybe here to help me. Terrace's diplomacy?
I rolled a 5 with a 28. Alamon says, not that I'm worried about you or your stupid ragtag motley crew. And he says, but Baku here can teleport your entire ship and your people out of there if things go sideways. So just keep him on your ship. Tyrus is like,
We need him to pilot the vessel.
If we're on the Paradox.
if so, we're just taking the one ship? Or they're gonna... Alamon says, I can teleport you close. Getting there may be on you. And he says, but if this hideous thing here is willing to help us...
What about a ride by drop off? Get us in,
Distract the clutch.
get us onto the ground, and get out of there.
You're all talking like I've agreed to something.
I don't know, I'm just throwing out ideas. I don't like being tricked though. Or
He's not
The assumption being that we owed you something when we actually didn't.
You killed 5 of my men. Your
That-
friends killed 5 of them.
That attacked them.
They were on our ship as stowaways.
Also not their choice.
Not my problem.
We've tried this argument before.
We know.
However, the potential gold from Sadrax's treasure hoard would be there. That's where the tree took us. It teleported us to a spot for his hoard. And the Marcane.
Uh-huh. Gold is difficult to spend if you're dead. You're giving me no insurance that I'd get anything out of this. You've given me an escape plan, empty-handed, and asked me to go into something that is a pure death threat. Your diplomacy rolls are impressive, but I'm not dumb, and I'm willing to hear you out if you can promise me something more.
Well, if you want to go on your twisted logic that you didn't lie to them, you did steal from them. And that is against the pirates' code because they are crew members, so technically you stole from your crew. Which a captain is not supposed to do. You see the crew kind of like look at each other, you included.
I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah, he did that.
That's wild.
Very-
Whoa, what?
Who are you?
I've been here the whole
Sort of
time.
bouncing off of that idea. A very valuable artifact, too. One that Sadrak would be very interested in.
And that would be...
The Herald of Dreams?
Roll me sense motive.
2, I'm gonna roll sense motive on
Anybody that would like to?
Someone else needs to because I trust Captain Grath.
24.
He is the
24.
most
Noise.
above.
Just because I said it, 24. Not that high.
Oh, what'd you get?
21.
Alright, close enough.
Okay, well,
21.
Yeah, 17.
That's not bad.
Grath, why haven't you? Why haven't you?
Why did you put any points into bluff?
He's an honest
Pirates
fool.
don't lie.
He's because when you're a professional pirate. What were the rolls again?
24, 24, 21.
17.
That one.
Wonderful. Not like
No, yeah, this man
Great.
is great.
straight up.
Most genuine guy I've ever met.
So when he says the Herald of Dreams, you see Grath is just like his stoic, beast-like countenance just kind of melts, and you can tell his horrible clawed hand is in the cookie jar.
You don't know about the Herald of Dreams?
You don't know. He don't know.
Oh, I thought he was giving.
You rolled a nat 1.
I thought he was giving off a look like he didn't know.
No, he's giving a look like he got caught with his hand in the cookie jar.
But you don't pick it up.
Correct.
Right. I'm interpreting that as he doesn't know what the Herald of Dreams is.
Right, I don't know what the Herald of Dreams is.
Bull. No,
yeah,
you know
Captain,
exactly
you know that
where
thing
it is.
in the cargo hold. This guy.
Make him roll for that.
Disguise.
Yes.
Oh, are you sure it's not bluff?
I'm sure.
I should really put points in disguise. 12.
12.
What are you doing?
Hmm? What?
Alamon goes.
I've got someone else's cap.
Yeah. There's a guy in his underwear.
I'm just like overlook.
It's way
I
too
like
bad.
those clothes on you. I had a set just like that, but I've lost them.
Things that's actually been stated.
He kind of like, his countenance kind of melts, and you know he knows what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, but you do.
He does?
We can always do
Yes.
phase 2.
Why are you over there?
Huh?
Who's the quartermaster?
That would also be Chopper.
Perry, would you tell this fine fellow where in the hold the herald can be found?
Chopper's the
In the hole.
robot.
Where? You saw him, right?
No, I never went in the hole. That'd be against the rules.
I see you now. You don't have to give up.
It's obviously behind lock and key. Why? That's a
And
wild
so
thing.
many magics. He just nat 20 his stupid way into that place.
And onto the crew again.
Alamon says, listen, my crew here, you know, is formidable. They have fought you before. We've tried to diplomatize. We've given you an ultimatum. You either give us what's owed to us, and in compensation for what you've done, you aid us, or my crew fights your crew long enough for me to cast a wish and then meteor swarm. These are our options. How do you all respond to that as Grath
I
mulls this
draw
over?
my sword.
You said
I am
he couldn't
totally down
cast
to
the
throw
wish.
down.
Do what?
You said he couldn't cast.
Not wish, limited wish.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not
We don't even know that.
huge difference.
I slipped
I'm
away.
not taking that with limited wish.
No, he can't. His bluff's a 23. You want me to roll?
No. I slipped farther back.
Can I sort of
Stealthily. Probably.
look at the crew to try to get them on our side?
You missed.
Nationwide.
It's only an 18, but I would go like, you guys have a captain that's willing to lie about loot, especially valuable loot like that.
And what did you roll?
18 total.
18. You see a portion of them begin to murmur. Not all of them, not even half, but a portion. Grath kind of looks over everybody. He looks up at all of you. You draw your sword. What did you say?
I said we could always go to phase 2.
He looks to you, wondering what face to it.
Is that where you need like 7 of a kind?
Just the whatever.
Neat.
The crew also saw you kill 5 of their men, and they know
They
like
saw 2 of
They
us.
saw
Yes.
a boy.
And now we have
Child and
2
3 technically.
Well, yes.
Taurus is here.
Yes, but the 2 beefy boys are now here, so.
Taurus pulls out 3 potions.
Starts
I also
juggling.
pull out 3 potions. We start mixing them. It's like, wait, is this
Pull out 3.
3?
3
heads.
I pull out 3. Today's number is 3.
1. Oh.
Grath looks over all of you contemplatively.
Fine. I will do this for you. And in exchange, I want a portion, an equal portion, of Sadrak's treasure hoard.
Sounds fair to me.
You can have all mine. I just want to go home.
I and my crew each a portion.
Standard portions. 2 times to the captain, 1.5 to quartermaster. I don't know the stuff about pirate.
No, that sounds right. Let's do that.
Alamon says that is better. Yes, we'll do that. Alamon says as if he's realized something.
Fine. You can have your chrysalis. So, let us discuss our plans in the captain's quarters. Do you agree?
Alamon says, no, your ship sucks. We'll do it on ours. Or yours, I don't care.
There's a bunch of avocado.
I sheathe my sword.
for everyone.
Can we get the chrysalis first? Sign of good faith.
He looks over to Cass, the mysterious figure in robes, the one that I thought was navigating this time. He like gestures to him. Cass, who almost caught you,
Mm-hmm.
walks off. A few moments later, you feel this pulsing energy as he returns, and he is holding the case that was inside the vault. So it is not the chrysalis, it is just the casing of it. The casing is meant to suppress any magical powers. It is a box of Mage's Disjunction, pretty much. Anything placed into it has become inert. So in this case, because it has a magical creature going through a magical transformation, it has halted it. So as soon as it is taken out, the transformation will continue. But as it is now, it is frozen in time, effectively. He handed it to you, and you could tell he's just like,
One finger.
I got you, dog. So, you all reconvene inside Grath's captain's quarters, yes? As you do so, he begins to discuss the plans with you, how you are going to approach this, and what you are going to do. We're going to discuss this off camera so that when we come back, we have a plan of attack.
So we don't bore ya.
So we don't bore you. And we will pick it up here in just a few minutes. See you.